30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking up. One of the things I did to reverse type 2 diabetes, gonna get my workout in today. Gonna do some cardio, light cardio. We don't need anything big. Easiest way for me to get my 30 grams of protein, actually we're gonna go with like 40, is to get that with a protein shake. I'm mixing me up something nice here with some mint extract. I'm using an egg protein powder, full egg, grass-fed ranged egg, grass-fed beef. Chocolate here, so this is a chocolate mint. And what I want to say is that this world could get pretty fucked up and hard. Guys, we got everything stacked against us everywhere, especially when it comes down to food and diet and lifestyle. And you got to get yourself a regiment. You got to get yourself something that you can do, that you got to stick to every single day. And I know it's not for everybody. When I first started out, anybody who knew me told me nobody's going to do what I do. Pretty much that I'm fucking insane. I did get props though, because they said, when I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, kind of let my family know. They're going to be wondering when I'm not drinking beer anymore, eating the cake, doing the regular thing. So, had to tell them, hey guys, I got type 2 diabetes. But people weren't surprised when it was a couple months later and they were like, well, how's the diabetes going? And I said, what diabetes? And of course, people are curious. They'd ask me, well, let's mix this up a little bit more so we don't have the chunkies in there, so it's a little bit smoother. But they were like, no surprise. You're an animal. You do what you do. And then people ask me, well, where do you go from here? What are you going to do? And I pretty much said, I beat it. I'm not on medications and everything. I feel great. Lost 50 pounds. I'm going to go out there and tell others. First reaction people got when I told them what I did and that I'm going here on YouTube and all that is they said, you know what? Nobody's going to do what you did. And I refused at first to think that, to believe that. But that's the bottom of the line truth, I guess, is that there aren't very many people that are going to do what I've done or continue to do what I do. But I believe there's a few out there. And maybe one of you guys are it. So I'm going to keep trying. I didn't give up on myself. And I ain't giving up on the world. I ain't giving up on you guys. Because I know that there's some 40, 50-year-old, maybe 60-year-old men out there that are tired of the bullshit that comes with type 2 diabetes. Erectile dysfunction, fear, amputation, possible amputations, all the health consequences that come with it. And maybe you've learned, maybe you're smart enough to look, especially at those who came before you, the ones that followed suit on the stereotypical protocol of, drink the Kool-Aid then know that maybe possibly it's one of the worst things you can do for yourself, for your situation, that you got to stand up and be a fucking man. And ultimately, you got to go it alone. And I know that ain't easy because a lot of you have told me that. So I'm the guy who very few people are going to like. Very few people like now because my lifestyle is completely different after type 2 diabetes. Thanks for the like, whoever's there. It lets me know that you guys, that my peeps are out there. And I don't think it's that fucking hardcore. You know what hardcore is? You know, waking up in the morning, getting 30 grams, 40, 50 grams of protein, getting on that treadmill, getting my exercise, working out. That's a lot less hardcore. Not eating cake, not getting, you know, inebriated with alcohol, basically fucking my life up. Hardcore is ignoring all that, drinking the Kool-Aid that they offer you, which you can look up for yourself. Some of those, how can I say, treatments are like pouring gasoline on a fire. It only makes things worse. Hardcore is living blind and not giving a shit about yourself. Hardcore is living with the stress every fucking day and wondering, am I going to get to a point like a cousin I have who lost his big toes to type 2 diabetes. That's fucking hardcore. So I don't know. I'm looking for my peeps. If you're out there and you want to make a fucking difference in your life and you're sick of cut through all the shit, then I'm your man. If not, you need to just go someplace else because there's no candy polishing here. You know, I'm here for you to lean on. I want you guys to feed off my ferocity. But ultimately, it comes out to each of us as individuals to fucking figure that shit out. Which way are you going to go? Are you going to give in and do what they tell you, even though they have shitty results? Or are you going to take a chance with some random fucking guy on YouTube who's fucking made it happen? I got the blood labs to prove it. I got to be careful so I don't get in trouble because I can't speak freely, guys. We're living in a world where we can't fucking speak freely. They can shut me down, so I have to speak in code almost and watch what I fucking say. I have a potty mouth too, if you can't tell, so I can't do it. And I'm very passionate about what I do because I've been fucking lied to. I spent thousands of dollars to get help, and it helped a little bit. But for the most part, I had to use this. I had to use what's inside me to fucking become the lion, to take control of my life, to know that, you know what? Maybe other people's goals, their interests aren't to help me really, but to take my fucking money and feed me full of fear and keep me dependent on them. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Tracy? Hand boy. And this shit runs deep because once you make your lifestyle change, you have fucking Candyland all around you. You got fast food. You got your fucking family eating birthday cake in front of you, offering it to you sometimes, even though they know you're a diabetic. And you actually have some people, even family, I don't know about yours, but, you know, they'll say, why don't you have a glass of wine? It's all right. You know, take a fucking break. You know, you deserve it. It's not going to kill you, right? Have a beer. Have some cake. Have one cookie. Stop trying to be such a fucking hard ass. They just don't get it. And you also are going to live fucking alone because once you stop eating the cake, drinking the Kool-Aid and the alcohol and the fucking, all the bullshit that's out there, people are going to look at you weird and think that you're some sort of fucking alien, right? Who the hell are you? You also are going to be some sort of like an enemy because people want to eat the cake and shit and they don't want to feel bad for doing so. And when you just don't participate, you're already being an asshole. So that's what I mean when I say that I'm kind of an asshole, because I think sometimes, you know, this may sound conceited or big-headed or something, but, or just fucked up in general. But sometimes I don't think I even need to say anything because people saw me when I was a fat ass, right? type 2 diabetic, fucking fat fucking belly, and now I'm all thin and lean, and someone's probably over there drinking their Kool-Aid, who maybe knows me, I don't know, I'm making this shit up in my fucking head, but I think it's a reality. They're fucking fat, and they're looking at me now that I'm all lean and mean and healthy, especially at 50 years old, and they're probably thinking to themselves, fuck, man, he did it. He lost weight, he looks good, that motherfucker's got drive, what the fuck do I have? You know? So sometimes I think you may not even have to say a fucking word. You're just being you. So you got to prep yourself for the possibility that you almost don't even have to say anything. People are going to think you're a fucking asshole. That's probably a hard thing to understand, but I don't know, guys. It's a whole different world. We got carnivore police here. I thought I got you carnivore mad. Guys, if you're here, let me explain something to you. I've got a whole nother channel, and Carnivore Police is on there. There's been a few other people, but Carnivore's been doing this shit for a long fucking time. If you want to ask people questions, ask me questions about what I do, how I've done what I've done. But you got Carnivore Police here too, who's been doing this shit for 8 fucking years. Carnivore, he's tried keto. He's done a lot of shit, and he's very knowledgeable. A lot of people think I'm fucking psychotic. Carnivore's fucking psychotic too. He's been at it a lot longer than I have, but he resonates with the message I have, mostly with everything that I do. We do have our differences, but we talk up private offline. And this motherfucker's got some shit that he can tell you to help you out, and he's there supportive, and he's a good motherfucker that will take the time to do this shit. So there's not very many of us out there, peeps. There's not a lot of people out there. And you know, I've talked with Carnivore Police before, and you know, going that there's not a lot of people out there that do the shit that we do and have the fucking mindset and the drive to do what we do, we kind of stick together and bounce ideas off each other. So that's where I'm at here. Or am I at the new place? Carnivore says, nah, man, I'm not at the new place yet. I'm working. I'm trying to keep afloat financially and everything. But I was on the other channel. And let me talk a little bit about the other channel too. I think I fucked up because I'm trying to please everybody over there, and I'm trying to play nice, and it's just not fucking working out. You can't make everybody fucking happy. So that channel is called Adrian the Recovered Diabetic, and I think the name of it alone is probably getting me throttled. But I'm pretty much ready to quit that channel because I started the YouTube algorithms and things like that. Anyways, you guys don't need to hear about all the algorithms and everything, but I've started doing the food. I started eating, trying to make cupcakes, you know, shit that doesn't spike blood sugar. I was trying to make the easy route for everybody and maybe be a little bit more popular, a little more nice, and I just fucking can't do it. And I don't know, I think I fucked up with the algorithm there, and I think I want to start on this channel new because I want the real fucking people who want to make a difference in their life. And I know that the majority of people don't give a shit about themselves and don't want to do it. And that's what I think that other channel is all about, because I've offered stuff for free. I don't want to make a rant out of this, but what I've done is I essentially attracted a bunch of fucking people who are looky-loos and who want cupcakes and stuff like that. Not to say you can't have them, right? If you can control yourself, and I'll make some for you guys, but it's not my tea. Like, I've got this continuous glucose monitor, and I don't want to be making desserts and stuff like that and selling people food. Like, I want to get people well. I think you can have your treats and stuff like that, but it's not me to try to make treats and eat treats every fucking day. I don't want to fucking do that. And that's what I think I have to do to be popular in the other channel. So this channel is more the hardcore shit of what the fuck could we do? Let's get motivated. Let's fucking let's knock it. Let's Sparta the fuck up. Lean on each other, share information, but none of that fucking candy ass shit. You know what I'm saying, guys? Give me a like if you understand what I'm saying. That's for all the people who just want to take it slow, who don't want to fucking put the work in. And I want to take a chance on this channel to get the real motherfuckers, the fucking, I want to find the wolves, the fucking lions, the people who are ready to fucking step in and just fucking go for it. All right, dude. Damn, I just fucking gleeked all over myself. So yeah, ask Carnivore Police if you guys have any questions. He'll help you. I'll fucking help you. Ask anybody, right? In this channel here. Don't be shy. You know, this is your life and this is your chance for you to figure out what the fuck you're gonna do. How often do you treat yourself after reversing type 2 diabetes? That's a really good question. There's my 30 grams. Actually, that's my 40 grams. Well, I've been treating myself a shit ton lately. And you know what? Honestly, I don't fucking like it. When I did that, let me rinse this shit out, because this beef, grass-fed beef shit will stick to this jar. You ain't getting it out. Treat yourself. First of all, a lot of people say take a cheat day, and I fucking hate that. You don't cheat on your wife. You don't cheat, hopefully, on a lot of stuff in your life, because cheating gets you fucking nowhere, right? That's just my hard-ass mentality. But yeah, to answer your question, I don't cheat on myself, I treat. But the one thing I don't like is that once I treat myself, I want more. And then I want more, right? What I like to do is I like to beat the living hell out of myself, and I like to tempt myself with things to see if I have self-control. But what it basically is, when you said sound 1, 2, 3, how often do I treat myself? When I do, it makes me, like, I'll eat some sugar-free candies or something, and then the only thing I can think about is, damn, I want some more sugar-free candies. I think it's healthy to figure out who the fuck you are and how much self-will you have, but I know that a lot of people, they can't do it, right? You eat one, as the saying goes, you eat an apple turns into 2 apples a day to 3 apples a day, and then it turns into a fucking apple pie. Me and Carnivore Police have talked about this a lot. He really hates when I do the treats and stuff like that, because he knows what, as well as I do, that you give someone a treat and then they're gonna want more and more. See, there's a fucking mechanism in your fucking brain that, even though it's not sugar, and there's some science behind it, and I don't follow all the fucking science, but I do know from my own personal experience that when you get that dopamine hit from that sweetness, it triggers off like a reward system in you. And that makes you happy. And then when you don't have that reward, right, you want more of it. So even though it's not sugar, you know, Reese's cup, peanut butter cups, Hershey's and stuff, they're all coming out with all kinds of diabetes friendly, you know, loaded full of carbs, by the way. And yeah, so you basically, if you treat yourself and you take sugar in your diet, it doesn't matter. When I first started out on my journey, I cut out all fruit. I cut out all sugar. I went hardcore. But the moment I started eating some strawberries and some fucking, I got chocolate shake in my fucking eye. The moment I started eating strawberries, blueberries and stuff like that, it was the best thing I've ever tasted. And it has sugar. It's got fructose, right? It's got it's basically sugar. And the way I've reversed, I went nuts and got my A1C from 6.5 down to 5.3 within 3 months, was no sugar whatsoever. So how often do I treat myself? I've been doing it a lot lately. I know I'm taking the long route on this thing. I'm on my treadmill too, by the way. Sorry, Carnivore hates when I get on the treadmill, but I ain't got much time, guys. How often do I treat myself is a lot less than what I've been doing in the past. And when I say the past, this past month, guys, I even drank some beer. I ate some sugar-free candies. I consider that junk food. It was a low-carb beer. It smelled good. It tasted good. But the really cool thing that I discovered from this experience was that, and this is the first time having beer in 2 years, was that it's not what I remembered it to be. It was pleasurable. It smelled good. It tasted good. I just sat there sniffing on it, like, because I was a full-blown beer alcoholic. Like, I loved my fucking beer. And that's one of the regrets I have getting type 2 diabetes, is I would have loved to enjoy beer for the rest of my life. And I may do have some from time to time. I don't know. But it's definitely not the thing I remember, right? I didn't drink enough to get drunk, I guess, too. But just a little bit that I had made me feel like crap the next morning. And I've come this far, and I don't want to live that life. I don't want to live that life again. And the flavor that tasted so wonderful was good, but the outcome, right, even the buzz, it wasn't all that. And if you would have asked me probably about 2-3 years ago, could you be high on getting exercise, feeling good, losing weight? You know, basically I would say the whole not being fat anymore, I would have called you crazy. But now, even though I've tempted myself with alcohol, sugar-free candies and stuff, I know that I'm addicted to feeling great, to being who I am. And I think the biggest thing is I live inside my fucking head a lot, and I live inside my heart a lot. And I feel so much more powerful as a human being. And I don't want to lose that to fucking sugar-free candies, alcohol, and all the bullshit that comes with it. That's the candy land. That's the circus fucking show we have going on around us that I talked about earlier. I don't want to live that fucking life, because I know it's bullshit. It's addictive. And it's going to lead me right back to type 2 diabetes, and probably worse. So, yeah, I don't know. That's a really good question, Sound 123, about how often to treat. Now, I'd say, you know, here's the laydown for me, is I did not treat myself during my process, and I reversed it. Once I reversed it, I did start to eat fruit. I was blueberries, raspberries, strawberries was basically low glycemic, meaning fruits that don't have a lot of sugar in them. I did notice that they became addictive, and it was very difficult. I thought about it a lot. Because once I started eating them, I wanted it every single day. So it was a little bit of a chore to go, well, I'm not going to have them today. I'll wait till the weekend. And the reason I ate them is because I know that they have some health benefits, the fruits, right? And this is not health advice, guys. I have to protect myself so I don't get banned on this channel, as I have a continuous glucose monitor in my arm. I've had it since I started. I was able to watch my blood sugars 24/7. What did they do at midnight while I was sleeping, right? What happened when I woke up? So I kind of dosed myself and just kind of went through the day and the weeks and the months trying to figure out what my sweet spot is. But this is a big question too. There's so fucking much to talk about. I'm very curious what you guys have to say. Me and Carnivore talk about this extensively. Is what is the right diet? Is it right to do what I've done where I'm eating fruit? You know? And this stems from nature has a perfect design. So out in the wild, you know, from our ancestrals, this is what happens in the carnivore and the paleo and all that, is eating what our ancestors ate. Did our ancestors have access to berries, right? Did they have clown strawberries the size of fucking golf balls? No, they didn't. So I don't talk about religion. I don't talk about politics, but if you believe in a creator or creation of things, you know, and you have to stop and think that maybe this whole thing was created with a purpose, with a design. And if that's so, berries aren't available to us year-round. Almost no matter where you go in the world, I'd imagine there's not much, you know, carbs and stuff out there for a reason. Maybe they're there for a certain short amount of time, and if you're lucky enough to find them, they're very short-lived. So you would get carbs and sugar, you know, things like that, probably once a year. So maybe the good creator, let's just keep it at that, made it so that we didn't get sick and get fucking type 2 diabetes and die, right? Because if we had bananas and fruits and papayas and sugar and honey and everything readily available all the time, we probably wouldn't be too healthy. We probably wouldn't make it. So maybe there's something to that. Now, am I saying that I buy into this 100%? No. I don't know, there's just so much to consider and think about, you know. Another one, you know, you have to think about is the Inuit people. If a high fat and high, basically carnivore and high fat diet was so bad, then why didn't them people just go extinct, right? Why don't they just all die off? Because their bodies are acclimated to eating whale blubber, seal blubber, and meat. That's all they fucking have. They ain't got cactus over there or strawberries. They may have some blueberries in the wintertime, I'd imagine, you know? But they ain't gonna have a lot of foraging going on. And how come their people haven't died off? This is why I know for a fact, and I'm not just the establishments and the things that be around us, the Kool-Aid, are telling us fucking lies because, you know, don't eat red meat. Don't eat fat. I'm not endorsing that we just eat red meat at all, even though I love it. It's one of my favorites. But if this is the case, all this stuff they're telling us is going to kill us. Let's just leave it at that. Then why haven't our species died off? So this is the story with a lot of carnivore people, a lot of the paleo people go back. Our ancestors maybe lived a lot longer than what we're told. Because if we're being lied to that red meat and fat's killing us, you know, how come our ancestors didn't just die off? Because they didn't have a lot. They didn't have refrigeration. They didn't have strawberries, bananas, papayas, and all this fucking crazy ass, you know, these foods. So if they lied to us, if they're lying to us right now about red meat and fats and things like that, saying it's going to, high cholesterol is going to kill us and all that, which maybe it is, I don't know, doesn't seem like it, then what else are they lying about? So you have to ask yourself, is this random guy on YouTube fucking a loony fucking freak? Or maybe there's something to it. But most of the people, I'll go back to what I started with, you're going to have to go this road alone because everybody's going to ostracize you. They're going to think you're fucking nuts, right? Because the food pyramid tells you so. Science tells us so. The doctor, the PhD, I can't say the D word. The powers that be, they have funding and they have science behind it. Well, ask yourself one simple fucking question then. Is what we asked here. If Mr. Science Guy is so right, Mr. Education, Mrs. whoever the fuck is, then just answer us why we're still here and our ancestors haven't died off. So you're going to have to go this alone, even though the lies and everything can be I think they could be completely disproved, right? They can be debated, but everybody's bought into the Kool-Aid so far that they will defend the whole system, even though in plain English, you can ask them simple questions like we just did here today, and they'll have no answer. They will defend it because they want it, because the Kool-Aid tastes good. The Kool-Aid is convenient. So you have to let that go. You guys have to let that whole world behind you go and start your fucking journey. And that's fucking hard, right? I'm just a freak of nature, and I'll give you guys some perspective of where I'm coming from. I'm a single dad with a special needs kid, and all I do is fucking work. So I work so fucking hard, I ain't got time to hurt that one feeling that I have inside me. I'm so busy from the moment I wake up to the time I go to bed, and I have no interaction with people. The only interaction I really get is here on YouTube, but so it's a lot easier for me to go out there, right? It wasn't like it was just a walk in the park. It's just that if I don't get up in the fucking morning and change diapers and shit or make some money, nothing happens. There's nobody there patting me on the back. So I had to do what I had to do, and I had to become the hard-ass motherfucker that I am to make it through. So there's no support. I know that's very difficult for a lot of people, and I think that's why I want this channel to be some sort of support for you. You know, when I quit drinking, I did it cold turkey, and I didn't have a support team around me. And that's why I'm so sweet. Anyways, yeah. It's a hard one, guys. It's a fucking hard one. And you know, I got to be careful what I say. I mean this in a good way. First of all, if you don't fucking hate me or get angry, I don't think I'm doing my job, right? Because I have to say things like I'm about to say is, you think that it's a process, it's a diet. Okay, I'm going to go on this diet. I'm going to go on this process and then everything's going to be fine. I can go right back to where I was at before. No, fuck no, not even nowhere near. In fact, it gets fucking worse because you got to harden your fucking ass up because now you beat it. Now you've done it. You've done the whole job. You put the work in. The work continues because that clown world just keeps going on around you. You got a lot of shit that you got to constantly avoid. You got, I tell this all the time is maybe you've beat, you did your T2 diabetes thing. You got everything under control. And day in and day fucking out, you're sitting at that fucking dinner table and they're eating the cookies and drinking the Kool-Aid right there in front of you. In fact, maybe you even got to make the shit for them because they ain't going on this journey, right? By the way, I took both my children with me on my journey. They loved everything that I fucking ate. They ate everything that I did. In fact, both of them lost weight. We're like, Dad, because you got type 2 diabetes, you even changed our lives, which made me feel proud and happy. But man, the struggle's real and it continues. So you have to be able to keep it up, right? It's not like you just do this once. A lot of people have that fucking mentality of like, we're just going to take the pill, kill the ill. We're going to go on this special diet, do our thing, and then I'm done. Nah, man. Shit fucking sucks, and you have to fucking realize that it's just going to keep sucking. It doesn't have to be that way forever. There's good shit, right? You're going to feel good. You're not going to be on medications and stuff, hopefully, right? Consult a doctor if you are. This is not medical advice, but you're going to feel great. But you have to keep that going, man. You have to keep that alive. You got to keep that fire inside yourself. By your fucking self, because there ain't nobody there handing you firewood. You got to go chop your own fucking shit. You got to keep it up. Hopefully that makes sense. It's like, and then you have this shit where I don't know if I can say. Well, a friend of mine had here, like we said, you can literally see once you unsee, you can't, or once you see, you can't unsee. So now you're walking your life and you're seeing people sick and you're seeing what they're doing. It's literally like them shoveling poison in their faces and you can't do a goddamn thing about it and you don't want to say a fucking word, but it's disgusting and makes you angry because you know what's happening, especially if it's somebody you care about. You're like, you're fucking killing yourself, bro. You want to go over there and slap that fucking pizza right out of their hand, or tell them to stop fucking drinking so much because they're visceral fat. Like, once you see, you can't unsee. And that's a terrifying thing, I think, for people to live with, because now you're a new you, but the world keeps fucking going on around you. And that's a really hard motherfucker to live with, but you have to give up. You have to know, listen, just like my other channel, Adrian the Recovered Diabetic, 99.99% of those people don't give a fuck about themselves. They're going to continue to do what they're doing. And there's nothing you can say or do. And it's not your fucking job. They call it like a messiah complex. Like once you do something great, you want to tell everybody. If you're a good fucking person, you want to help people. But you have to understand that most people don't want to be fucking helped. And that's fucking hard. That's the fucking hardest thing that I've experienced. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm out here and I get angry. I get fucking downright pissed the fuck off. Why aren't people listening to me? And I have to tell myself, me, you dumb fuck. Nobody gives a shit and you fucking know that. You let yourself down and you're being a little bitching about it that nobody gives a fuck. Of course they fucking don't. Right? So don't get angry. And it's difficult, man, but I'd rather be on this side of the fence than fucking amputations, erectile dysfunction, all the other bullshit that comes with it, and knowing that I ain't somebody else's fucking head bitch, meaning they fucking tell me shit and I believe it. No, fuck that. I believe what I believe. I'm my own fucking person. Nobody tells me what the fuck to do. That's what I like about myself. I have freedom of choice, whereas I think the majority of people are addicted and they're stuck, and they'll be stuck till the day they fucking die. Anyways, when did I quit drinking? Immediately. As soon as I found out I was type 2 diabetic, I went just fucking hardcore. I stopped alcohol. I stopped simple carbs. Like I stopped all bread. I wasn't much of a bread eater and all that, but I would like every other time I'd go into Costco to get that slice of pizza, it smells fucking good. You get out of line with all your groceries and you're like, damn, that pepperoni looks good. I'd get me one, you know. But I mostly ate lots of meats before that. You know, I wasn't heavy into candy and ice cream. When I did, I'd go deep though. Motherfucker, man. That's what I'm trying to say here, people. Costco had that chocolate peanut butter cheesecake. I'd eat a fucking slice like the size of the palm of my hand, right? With a beer. But yeah, I don't expect people to do what I did, and I don't know if you should at this point, because it took me 3 weeks. They call it the keto flu. When I stopped drinking, I was probably going through withdrawals, but I did it before where I didn't drink for like a month, and it wasn't that bad. You know, I got through it. I did feel I'd wake up with a couple night sweats and stuff, especially if I was drinking heavy, but I quit for 30 days. It wasn't that big of a deal. But when I quit for good, I quit all sugar. Well, let me tell you guys a story. It was probably 2022, I'm going to assume, or 2021. I did a sober October thing where I quit drinking for 30 days, right? And what I wanted to do was, I just wanted to give my liver a break. I wasn't type 2 diabetic back then. And I just the thought was, you know, maybe I shouldn't be drinking every fucking day, because if I want to drink for the rest of my life and enjoy beer, I should give myself a break. So that's what I did. So I was like 2 weeks in, you know, I believe this was 2022. And then I was like, you know what, being the asshole I am, I was like, let's up the ante. I know that sugar's not bad, or that sugar's bad for me. Why don't we stop eating sugar? And that was the first time. This was before I was type 2 diabetic, and I was like, fuck, okay, well, no ketchup. I started reading the labels on everything. I was like, damn, no ketchup, okay. No mustard, fuck, okay. No seasoning salt. Seasoning salt's got sugar. I'm telling you guys, I made it probably about, I did no carbs too, no bread. I made it about a day, I think. That night I woke up, I was like, I'm fucking hungry. And I felt my stomach. I did a little experiment. I like to beat the shit out of myself. I was like, well, if you're hungry, go eat some steak, because I smoked a bunch of tri-tip. And the bitch brain was saying, nah, man, I want something sweet. I was like, well, no, fuck you. If you're hungry, go get yourself some smoked tri-tip. I don't want tri-tip. I want something sweet. Just the fact that my brain knew that I wasn't feeding it sugar anymore, my body started to freak the fuck out. So moving forward, when I quit drinking, I quit sugar, I quit all carbs. It took me 3 weeks to get through nausea, severe depression. I took a nap, I think 3 times in one day. That's not good being a roofing contractor. 3 naps, guys. It was fucking insane. There was a lot, yeah. Nausea, fatigue, fogginess, headaches, like migraines. It was fucking intense. So to tell you guys, quitting alcohol, I guess everybody's bodies are different. That part was easy. It was quitting the sugar and the carbs that killed me. And that's where it raises a question for me of like, let's just look at this for a second. If you're going to eat carbs, right, and fruits and vegetables and like rice and grains and shit like that, if you immediately quit those things, you're going to go into withdrawal. Well, maybe you won't. I don't know. I can't speak for you guys, but my body will freak the fuck out and I'll feel sick, like really bad. I don't think that that's right. Comment, let me know, because I'm very curious what you guys think of this. Let's flip the coin on the other side. How about if I don't eat, I'm in the position I am right now where I don't eat carbs. Really, I just eat mostly meat, some fruits, right? Very little vegetables, but some vegetables. If I live most of a carnivore diet and low carb, and then I just quit eating, I'm not going to have withdrawals. The only problem that I'm going to suffer is hungerness, because I've done it. I've done 24-hour fasting. I haven't done a 72-hour. Carnivore on my other channel keeps pushing me to do a 72-hour fast. I've never done one. It's probably something I should try out. But yeah, point is if I stop eating meat, all I suffer the consequences of hunger. Whereas if I do no sugar, no carbs, and my body's used to being carb laden and sugar, body freaks the fuck out. I think that anything you do and you stop, right? You should not be sick, depressed, migraine headaches, fatigue, all that shit. I don't know. It's just a thought I have. Damn, I'm getting a late start this morning. Well, my routine also is, I got all that shit out. My routine is push-ups, workout every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Looking to keep that muscle maintenance. I quit the gym because I can't afford it. So I'm just like lifting stuff. I got 5-gallon gas tanks that I use. I'm lifting gas tanks instead of weights. We're doing push-ups. Carnivore said hi. How we doing here? Well, I don't give a shit about the likes. I guess it don't matter. It does help you guys if this show resonates with you guys. When you guys hit the like button, it tells the algorithm other people like it, but I guess you don't. I don't know. I'm looking for my peeps though. And a fair warning, if you're watching this shit, before you subscribe, before you fucking like this channel, this ain't like my other one. I'm not gonna sit here. I wanna make like stuff for you guys, like maybe some recipes and stuff like that. And we can have them, right? Every once in a while, I'll make some foods and stuff, but I'm not here to candy ass this shit one fucking bit. Like I said, if I don't make you angry, if I don't challenge the way you think, I ain't doing my fucking job. So if you can't handle it, go someplace else now. Like this channel is barely starting out. I don't want the people who are looky-loos. I don't give a fuck about their fucking likes or anything like that. I want the people who want to interact, that want to make a fucking difference. And I know there ain't not a lot of you out there, but I want that room. That clears the space to have the serious people here instead of the fucking clowns. The serious people who actually want to make that difference. This is a home for them, right? I have this home and there's only so much people that I can fucking talk to and help. Instead of having stupid fucking questions like, why is my blood sugar up to 500 after I ate a gallon of ice cream or some dumb shit like that, right? No, I want those people who are inquisitive. And guys, there's in the link you can, I'll try to remember every time. Actually, I'm going to take this channel really serious. I'm going to leave my information. So if you want to like email me with a question privately, because I understand a lot of you are probably nervous to ask questions here, especially with the energy that I come off with. I'm not trying to fucking deter you guys and everything. I don't mean to be. This is who I am. This is the way I talk. Anybody knows me. This is me. This is not me fucking acting. There's no fucking script here, right? There's no goddamn script. But I'm not here to yell at you. I'm just here to get that energy out to motivate you. So I don't want to scare you or deter you. But if you want to, guys, I can't hear you. I can't see you. You can send me an email with a question you have, and I'll do my damnedest to fucking answer it. So do so, and I'll put those in the link in the description below this video. There'll be links to that stuff. You are going to be a man when you do a 72-hour plus. Carnivore police means I'm going to be a man when I would do a 72-hour plus fast. So yeah. Hey guys, just to clear things up, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a guy with lived experience. If you are type 2 diabetic, consult with your doctor. This is not medical advice. I have been fucking around with an AMLA supplement, guys, and this morning, if you guys are interested, while I still can't afford my CGM, my continuous glucose monitor, I woke up at 84 milligrams per deciliter, I guess, which is fucking wonderful. The AMLA is definitely working. It's a fruit, and it's something I'm testing in the testing phase to see how long and how it's working with me. So far, all positive results. I don't have a brand I could recommend. I ain't gonna do that shit here. Maybe in the future if I get inquiries about it, and I also want to make sure it's a pure form. But so far, I'm telling you right now, this is the AMLA is working really great, and it's something they say. Again, this is not medical advice. You can take long term, in contrast to something like berberine, and I don't even really need it. I've got excellent blood sugars, but what I did is I told you guys I treated myself. So even though I've been treating myself, giving myself some beers and eating some extra more of those sugar-free candies and stuff like that, I wanted to see what the AMLA was going to do against that. And so far, it's probably the wrong thing to say, but it definitely, like, I don't want you guys to be like, oh, I could just go take this and have a great time. I mean, I can't control what the fuck you do. right? So anyways, even though I've been treating myself indulgently, it's still keeping those blood sugars in check. Now, the reason, let me slow this down. Now, I'm not saying that you should just take this and be like, oh God, I can go have fun and go party. No, it's going to deflect the sugars in different parts of your body. And these are all just my opinions. Carnivore may have a different view on this, but it's not like AMLA magically fucking makes the sugars disappear. No, I swept the shit under the carpet for a later time. That sugar's in my muscles, and that's why I'm doing a walk to expend those sugars, right? Yeah, I do see it working though. And this is something I kind of wish, maybe Carnivore, if he'll agree with me, because he's into this shit. If I was to start over, I can only talk about me. I'm not talking about you guys, not medical advice. When I was first diagnosed, when I first had insulin resistance, I think what was happening is my insulin was having to work overtime, right? So my blood sugars kept rising, if that makes sense. Pancreas has to kick in insulin. Now, if you're taking something like the AMLA, it's going to keep those sugars. It doesn't mean that it cleans it up. It's not cleaning house. It's just basically the sugars are in the body. It hit it under the carpet. The pancreas can't see it, doesn't sense it. I'm just kind of symbolizing here. And it doesn't excrete insulin, right? So that means that your insulin level doesn't have to really work. It's not bouncing up and down. I think this is a healthy thing as long as you would do intermittent fasting, or I can't say you. Me, if I did intermittent fasting and kept my regimen up of walking, that it would, I would be expelling the sugars. I'd be spending it. It's like a gas tank, right? An overflowing gas tank. I'm driving my vehicle around town, gas tank's getting emptied every day, right? But the AMLA would have helped me to keep that blood sugar in check, if that makes sense. I don't even know. Anyways, we're gonna move to the phase. I don't even know if you guys wanna see my morning workout. You know, we'll do this. If you guys wanna see my morning workout, you don't want me to shut this down, give me a yes. Type in yes on the bottom. As my walk's over, and I didn't even fucking stretch, God damn it. I was supposed to stretch myself. So I'm gonna give you guys just a minute here. I'm gonna unplug too. Damn, I didn't stretch at all. Type in a yes if you guys want to do the morning workout routine. I'm gonna have to stretch. I was supposed to do that while I was walking, but I think it was important to get this message out today. Type in yes if you guys want me to do the workout routine with you. Otherwise, I'm gonna say good morning. I've got work I gotta attend to. I don't know if you guys could even hear me. No, okay, cool. All right, guys. Well, it's been great. I got to do my push-ups. If you guys, let me plug this thing back in. You can hear me. The routine's going to be that I do 2 sets of these strenuous, lightweight push-ups. I'm going to lift these gas tanks right here for bicep curls, traps. What do you call these? Trapezius, and then your wings. I can't remember. Lats. So I've got a couple exercises I'm going to do, and then I'm off to work. So that's my home gym. I am going to make a bar to do some pull-ups and stuff like that. But all right. What the fuck, Carnivore? You said no. Now you're saying keep it going? Which one fucking is it? Don't make me drive to your home and lose a boot in your ass. You know I have your address. So you guys he wants to do it. All right, I don't think anybody else does but you. Well, whatever then. You're fucking with me, motherfucker. Fuck. All right, I gotta take the microphone out. You meant don't do exercise. What the fuck? I have no idea what you're talking about here anymore. Fucking Carnivore. Ugh. All right. We got to get loosened up for this. I'll try to answer anything if you guys have any questions. This is what I do. I just try to I like flex to stretch the muscles. Oh, oh damn. Whew. We're already stinking. I guess we could do some light. Let's try some upside downers. How am I gonna do this? There we go. All right. One thing I can tell you is to keep your elbows right here closer to your side. You don't want to do push-ups like this. That's how you tear something. You want to do push-ups like this, just like that. Now, I don't have a gym, so one of the things I do is I just do them real slow. So far, this has been working for me. I've been working on getting those cuts, and also we're trying to do some bulk, so using my own body weight will go really slow and painful. And then up as fast as you can. Go really slow on the down. All right, I don't want to push that one too hard. That's the first one to get warmed up. Where's the wife? The wife's gone. Back in the North Carolina Reaper. Went home. Okay. So I'm going to do 2 sets of each. Mostly I'm doing upper body. Traps, lats. Arms, I probably should. I got like the weirdest arms. Look at it, guys. It's just this skinny, elongated. I think because I'm 6'4". Like it's just skinny. Like the arms look good this way. I'm not after really looks, after more meat, but my arms look normal this way. But then when I go that way, they look skinny. So trying to get the traps. These guys are a little small. I think my shoulders use some tone, and also the V part right here. We're trying to get that out, right? In a certain part, I think I'm trying to do this to look good, so that way, I don't know. I got nothing else better to do. One of the things I could say is that if you're not drinking and partying and shit, you got to have some sort of hobby. And mine is, why don't I look a little better, right? So let's go for another round, another set. So one thing I can say is you can move your arms closer out. You can even put them wider. I'm going to try a wide stance. You'll find out that it works different shit out. My legs are elevated too. Okay. Oh. I need to do some more strength. Obviously, my body. I don't know. I can do a lot of them if I'm not doing them slow. But I think strength training, I got a ways to go. All right, there's those. Let's do some flats. All right. I don't know if they do the resting in between. I try not to do too much, just for the fact that I got to get going to work. Then we're going to do the regular flats. Damn, I'm only doing up to 2 today. Okay. Oh, damn. Oh, man, I'm not really getting much reps in today. You know, interesting. Head rush. I haven't, it's been really shitty lately. I've only been able to do like, kind of what I'm doing today is a fucked up reps. Like, normally I could do like 5, 6, 7 of those slow ones. I haven't been getting enough sleep though. I had the girlfriend, it's not a wife, carnivore. Had the girlfriend over here. Give you guys a story. I've been single for 8 years. I haven't been on a date. I haven't been with had a relationship for 8 years. So it was the first one, and it was like wonderful, but it was hard getting used to, and I didn't get much sleep at all. Like, and I noticed it's really affecting my performance, like my workouts. Oh, anyways, this is what I do without a gym. We're gonna keep on doing the 2 reps of each. I got 1 more to do, and then we're gonna do some lifting with the gas tanks. Let's do our flat before we turn into a pussy. All right. Okay. Oh. Damn. Okay. Fucking ants crawling on me. Fuck yeah, see what I mean? Fuck you, carnivore. It ain't my wife. You know I ain't getting married. I don't give a shit what you say. You can't do me like that. I thought you were my friend. You know I ain't fucking husband material. All right, so the next one. I don't know, guys. I'm not a professional bodybuilder. I just do whatever fucking works. I got these chairs spread out. Bring them out a little more. And then what I do is put my hands and I dip my torso down as far as possible to get a little more of an extension like that. So whatever. All right, let's handle those. I'm going to be Padrino. What's Padrino? What the fuck's Padrino, carnivore? I ain't having no kids. Fuck you, carnivore. I ain't having no kids. Oh, Godfather, my ass. Never mind. Carnivore police is an asshole, guys. Just kidding. That's the way we like to joke around here. Oh. Oh. All right. I got to get going. This is pretty late. Don't forget to like if you like it. That gets the channel up and running. You know, one thing I think of is not bodybuilding. It's just maintenance about keeping the sugars off. So this ain't no fucking dad bod fucking shit, you know, where you're going to get fucking ripped. Let's just look normal. I don't want to be one of those jerks with the huge giant muscles. I just want to be fit. You know what I mean? I don't do this for the aesthetics, although it is kind of nice to, like, I kind of trip out if I start getting a little leaner and cutter. It makes me a little excited and gives me something to, I don't know, to look forward to. But it ain't everything. Oh my God. Oh my God, this workout is pathetic. I'm not doing nearly what. Yeah, I think a rest has a lot to do with it too. All right. Morning, it's a beautiful day out there, off grid, out in the country. Hello, carnivore. I see you unless you're saying hi to somebody else. Okay. Whoa. A little bit of lightheadedness. All right, let's do some. This is for the lats. Let's do the left. Are you in the same place or at my dad's? I'm in the same place right now, carnivore. I still got to finish tearing down my farm. I got a lot of shit to do. That's why I can't go live too much on the other channel, especially. Besides, I think I'm ditching the old channel. Fuck that shit. It ain't me, I don't think. This is me right here. I want the F-250 vacuum sealer, etc. for $1,000, burning a hole in my pants. Fuck you, carnivore. You fucking prick. You know I ain't selling my fucking truck. You know I ain't selling my seal a meal. My vacuum sealer. What do you think I'm supposed to put all my meat in once I fucking hunt alligator and deer, motherfucker? One. Fucking carnivore, you're killing me, dude. You know I ain't selling my shit. Actually, carnivore, you know I wouldn't fucking lie to you, but if I do move, I got these stand-up freezers. They're probably, this one's a year old, and it's all digital. It goes below zero. I got it -1 degree Fahrenheit. I may have to sell one of these, but I'm only going to sell them. If I paid about $1,100. I'll probably sell one to you. Don't tell anybody, for maybe $800. That's the lowest. If not, then I'm going to keep both of them and take them to Florida if I end up in Florida. But I may sell these things, so. But I'm sure as fuck ain't giving them away. Oh, shit, I fucked up. Which arm are we on? Or which lat? I got to go the other direction. All right. We're going to go a little bit lower this time. That kind of hurt my neck. Yeah, that really hurt my neck. All right, let's try it again. I said 1,000 brother whore in my pants pocket. Fuck you, carnivore, please. You ain't getting my shit that easy. Maybe you will if we have nowhere to go. I don't want to talk about that story here too. I don't think anybody gives a shit. But you got to include people in. I may have no place to go. I'm a special needs. I'm a single father with a special needs kid. I might have to close my business down. That's what Carnivore's referring to. I don't really care to share the story here because nobody needs to fucking hear it. We're all going through our own shit. But I pretty much got to shut my business down and figure out how the fuck I'm supposed to support us and where we're going to live. So there's that. And I'll just keep it at that. If anybody wants to know, just let me know and I'll fucking talk about it. But I like to keep it more on to type 2 diabetes because that's who I'm trying to attract here. Oh shit, let's do. All right, we did the lats. That did some of the shoulders, the chest. Let's do some traps. I don't have heavy enough weight for this shit. So what I do, I don't know if any of you guys are bodybuilders. Maybe you can let me know. These are 2 5-gallon gas tanks full of gas. And the only thing I can think of is resistance training. So I basically lift them up like this. I'm trying to get my traps going. So what I'll do is I'll lift them up and I'll just kind of, it just like feels like nothing. I can do this all day. I'll just kind of hold them there and get the burn. All right, just very low like this. I should probably get something heavier. I wonder if I should get 4 of these. And how the hell am I supposed to hold them? Normally I do about 80 or 100 pounds per arm to get the lats or the traps fucking going. Yeah, see, I can feel that burn real good. If I just hold them, then they fucking burn like hell. Fucking, I need way more weight. Let's see, 1 more rep on the traps. That's it. You're working roofing today. Yeah, the plan is to roof. I still got to pay off. That's going to be our home, Carnivore Police, the Sprinter van, most likely. So, no, I'm going to go to the farm today. I'm going to roof tomorrow. But the plan is to roof as much as possible until we have another episode with my kid and her mom. Hopefully nothing too bad happens, but I'm forced to, I got to pay that thing off. I owe 40 grand on it. So I'm going to work my fucking ass off. And God help us that we don't have another incident like we had. If it happens, it happens. Then that means we're out. My business is shut down immediately and I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. So I'm kind of in a rock and a hard spot. You know, before I go, let me show you guys my blood sugars with that amla I was talking about. Oh, fuck. Where the fuck is it? Where's the goddamn app at? Oh, my daughter must have moved it. There, nope. Oh, there it is. Let's see if it comes in. I'll show you guys what the amla's been looking like. Oh, let me flip you around. All right, so, well, first of all, let me flip you guys back. I forget we're starting over with a new channel. This is the CGM I'm using. That's a continuous glucose monitor. This is the interface. So here's what that 50-gram protein shake did to me, but I want to show you guys, I woke up, where are we at 6 a.m. Today I slept in. So I woke up, well, give or take, 6:04. 6:04, so 86 milligrams per deciliter, or we can say 92, probably 92, looks a little bit more about it. Usually I get up at 5:30. So if I got up at 5:30, I was at 89 milligrams per deciliter. So blood sugars have been staying blood sugars have been staying pretty stable. And I'm noticing a huge difference with the amla. I'm not saying you guys should take it or anything. All I'm doing is sharing my own fucking thing, so nobody get their panties wet or calm your tits. It's not a big deal. I will have more on it as the experiment continues. But guys, I got to get to work. I will see you guys on the next live. Thanks for watching. If this thing resonates with you guys, stick around. If it doesn't, go someplace else, right? Like I said, I'm very firm on that. If you don't believe in the work I do and the mentality I fucking have and the swear words hurt your feelings, fucking go. There's plenty of other candy ass channels that'll lie to you. This is for the people who want to make a difference and make some shit in their lives. You want to get up. You want to do shit. This is the do shit fucking channel, not the fucking talk shit and blah, 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 right? It's about real stuff. So guys, keep your heart. It starts with fucking you. It ends with you and starts with you. Don't let anybody murder your magic. Don't let them kill your curiosity. Fuck that shit. Go it even if you have to go alone. You know, a saying is, stand for what you believe in, people will swear at you. Stand fucking long enough, people will swear by you. They hate you in the beginning. They're going to drag you down to their level. But once you pop out the other side, guess who looks like a bitch now? Them, not fucking you. You fucking did it. I believe in you, but you got to fucking believe in yourself. That's what this fucking channel is about. Go get it, son.